lads.
Something I can never use.
Welsh children. Almost as terrible as my handling of the shop. The best looking dick joke I have ever seen in my entire life. Right lads, currently in Shrewsbury. This is the third time I've tried to do a video in Shrewsbury because the footage either disappears or gets corrupted.
That's where Ronnie Corbett's.
So let's try and relive a few experiences and not make it look fake. Anyway, quick overview of the place. Let's see, there's a lot of different types of people, which I'll try and remember in a second. Welsh children, right there. Anyway, majority of the people you get around here are fairly middle class. Fake Welsh, actual Welsh people. Both of them get offended if you get it wrong, so I wouldn't really be too worried. What else have we got? Hipsters, dipshits, awful lot of people in knot tops going for a run. An awful lot of them. It's weird. I didn't think that haircut was still a thing anymore. I thought that died when the lockdowns kicked off. Anyway, there's also a lot of sevens. An awful lot of sevens. And it's definitely not the main reason I came. Nothing to do with the fact that I can just turn around. There's Hercules' arse right in the shop. Alright, there it is. Fawn of Hercules. The legend how he leaned on it. No, I'm not going to make a joke about it. I'll be honest, anybody who looks at this and doesn't feel inspired to improve themselves, you're lying. Anyone. Okay, no one stands right. Get morons on bikes and joggers looking at people like they're beautiful flipping sculpture. Yep, the arse is going to end up being the best shot, unfortunately. That's fine. Look at that load, all on his own. Oh, he's got a friend. Might be about the only sport we win in the Olympics now. That's one hell of a town. Pretty sure that's not original. And you can't get any water. This is the only footage I have of their gallery. I have filmed this part multiple times, but like I said, footage got lost. Inside the gallery, kind of interesting. You get a bit of the history. You get to look at Ronnie Corbett's bed, as you can see in the next clip that's going to pop up. And that's all the footage I have from the second trip. There's more from the third one popping up. It's not all jokes about Welsh children, I promise. Right, I'm currently outside of, how is it my friend described it? Wankman School, which is where he went. We're friends. Oh, technically, yeah. It's actually quite nice and quiet and peaceful, and I'm the only one here. all I can hear is the wind and my own irritating voice. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna have something to eat. Oops, oh, there's one person back there. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and have something to eat, enjoy the view. Then we'll find something else we can go to upset people with. There is a Pizza Express somewhere. I'll have a look for that. Yeah, I think I'll readjust my hat so it doesn't look so stupid. Stay here for a bit longer, then I'll walk down the other side of the river, which I did film last time, but like I said, it all got lost. And it's so nice and quiet in this bit. I think there's been 2 people walk through. I've been here for like half an hour. Probably doesn't help it's at school and it's a Saturday. Anyway, the adventure continues, I guess. Right, one thing I will say about this, and I've noticed this every time I've come here, people don't really seem to have much respect for other people around here. They just walk into you. I'm not saying that because I'm an idiot and I expect people to move. It's just everyone expects you to move, if that makes sense. Which is weird because I was under the impression that this was a very small city kind of thing, but maybe it's a Shropshire thing. You know, the farmers don't really move out of your way 9 times out of 10. You've got to be avoiding them. But a lot of them ain't fucking farmers, so they're just dipshits. That being said, plenty of 7s. Might as well make it sexist, fuck it. But it's nice. Not to mention the fact I got this for review right now while I'm eating my lunch. Right, I was saying, currently walking past a lot of middle class houses. And my favourite part about this place, how many dipshit liberals there are here. I did mention the communists. There's a lot of them. Which is funny because most of them are trust fund kids. They'll never know the deal of having to work a real job until their family goes broke because of all their shitty endeavours. And while I'm complaining about that, have a look at that there. That is absolutely beautiful. No one seems to notice all the beautiful architecture, like the bridge. It's absolute madness. Last time I came around here, this nice little weird alley bit. Some bloke rode past on a bike with all the safety gear you could imagine. Like, he looked like a shit version of Robocop. He even had like a beeping noise so you knew he was there. Fine if you were on the road, but he wasn't. Anyway, let's carry on back up the thing before everybody walks in. Yeah, I would film more of the inner city bit, but what, like you need to see a flipping W.H. Smith in every place? Nah, it's way better. Yeah. Walking along the river. Maybe I should do a fishing channel instead. This is nice. Mostly quiet. I've only seen one crackhead as well. That's pretty decent. Alright, not sure if you can see that in that footage, but there's something called the dingle this way. I have no clue what the fuck a dingle is. Sounds like a dick joke, if anything. But let's find out. If I can find it. Right, lads, I am in the dingle. It is insanely beautiful. The park I'm in is called the Quarry. I've never known what that was called, so that's great. Not gonna lie, there's a bloke not too far behind me. Looks like he shouldn't be allowed near parks, to be fair. So we'll find out what's gonna happen with him if I see him again. Creepy looking bugger, I'll give you that. That's coming from me. Right, that's the dingle. The best looking dick joke I have ever seen in my entire life. Honestly, I think more parks should have hidden parks inside of them. I mean, I've been here twice, I never even knew that was there. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go check out something else. That big bugger there looks like a good choice. Let's give that a look. Oh, it's got the best part about putting your phone out and shoving it into like one of the local attractions or historical things. People go quiet and then they start looking. Don't be afraid to shove your camera into something because you'll actually get people paying attention. The following footage is from, if I remember correctly, St. Michael's Church, which is right down the road from the high school. It's, if anything, I was just admiring the architecture. It's quite a beautiful little spot. You've also got this nice little war memorial for the lads who wore the PIF helmets, which is something you don't see that often, weirdly enough. It's normally Second World War, but it was just a nice little change. Anyway, following this bit, I'll go into the city centre, and you'll have to forgive the strange appearance. This was filmed when I didn't know how to style a beard, so there you go. Not a single shop open, but there is one crackhead down the way. Oh man, see how much the wind dress is there? Oh no, you closed, really? Because the gate didn't say that. I had about 2 hours sleep because of the bloke in the room next to me snoring. I was the only person. Screw it, no, I can't be arsed saying anymore. Alright, just behind me is the Wimpy. I went there last time, I reviewed it. It was shit. Right next to the McDonald's delivery. But yeah, Wimpy. Absolute dog shit. Brock, you can get fucked. It's terrible. Almost as terrible as my angling of the shop. Right, it's been a while since I did one of these, so let's just do Wimpy. Right, so like I said, I did try Wimpy. I did not enjoy it. As you can see from this little segment where my mouse is, it's not the best. The restaurant was clean, I'll give it that. Let's Wimpy. Nobody cares about the backstory of Wimpy. What they really want is they want to have a look at this. Right, so that's quite a lot of terrible reviews. It's a lot more than average. So let's have a look. This is from Darnell999. Closes at 8 PM, yet no takeaway and no eating at 7:30. as the grill is turned off, not at all impressed, having been taken 20 minutes to find parking space. Well, that's a you problem, mate. That's not my problem. That one's happy. The filters. This is what I was looking for. Right. Already done that miserable again. Let's see, Jennifer F found it shocking. With friends. It was empty, but my friend wanted a hash brown muffin, so I ordered a quarter cheeseburger and fries. What a mistake. The bun was hard, and the burger looked as though it had been sat upon and was thin. Certainly not a quarter pounder. The fries were served in a small bowl. I think that was how mine were, actually. Certainly not worth the £3.60 extra. Christ. I'm sure it was cheaper when I went. And the whole plate looked as though it had been thrown together from a great height. To top the lot, it was cold. A complete waste of money. Definitely proving my argument. Brock was wrong about that place. Wimpy. Really poor food, overpriced portions, too small, little choice. Really tiny burgers and awful French fries. Got the feeling that this is a McDonald's in disguise. That's fair, Crispy. I'll agree with you on that one, mate. Let's look at one more review and then we'll chuck this in the video. Horrible place to eat. Over £6 for the world's tiniest quarter pounder. Their burgers are quite shockingly bad, to be honest. Remind me of really dodgy school dinners. £3.50 for a handful of chips. Burger terror. Oh, that's not that much of a hike in price. 10 pence. But still. Burger inedible and rude service when I complained. I refused to pay for burger as it was gross. Well, you know, this is why you don't tip if it's really bad service. Poor value. This was not an experience I'd recommend. The staff were pleasant. This was no I want to point out, Alex Z, or whatever the flip you pronounce now. The staff were incredibly pleasant, although I did get the weird feeling I'd walked in on them in a break. Right, the staff were pleasant. This was no compensation for awful quality food. Perhaps Wimpy need to revise their offerings. You know what? I think this proves my argument. Although if we're going to be that kind of a guy, let me just remember where my mouse is. Let's have a look at the better reviews. Let's see what kind of lies they're coming out with. Let's see what their 6-star ratings are. $126 all reviews. These are all the bad ones. Okay. So much better than McDonald's from John B. I'm gonna guess John's in his 50s. We had a lovely family meal here today, the 30th of the 10th, 2024. Not sure why you need to put the date. Ordered a quarter pounder with cheese, which was excellent and a really good size. I also had a side of chips and a strawberry milkshake. I'm pretty sure his waitress gave him a blowjob in the back room. Milkshake that was topped with cream and strawberry sauces. One of the best I've ever tasted. We'll definitely be returning when we're next in Shrewsbury. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got a handy under the table. There's that other review. Top marks on the food from Terence Price, who lives in St. Helens, wherever that is. Oh god, he's written an essay. Right. I was down in Shrewsbury for the football, and with this Wimpy being right near my hotel, it was the perfect location for my dinner. Then breakfast the following day. Ah, he's gonna be one of them, ain't he? I use the Birkenhead one sometimes, so was already familiar with the menu. Okay, it's from Liverpool. I'm not gonna make any jokes about Liverpool. It's actually quite nice, to be fair. I'll probably go there at some point. Both times I found the staff to be very friendly. If you had a question, they were able to help right away. I'm starting to think Terence has stock in this business. On both visits, it was quiet. It was quite quiet. So that was meant to be quite. Could see my eyesight's still working, which meant not a long wait for the food. Both times the food tasted amazing. The milkshake was really good as well. I probably should have had a milkshake. I'm starting to think I made a mistake here. Maybe they're putting drugs in the milkshake, because everybody who's had a milkshake really enjoyed it. As I said, it was quiet on both visits, and that is likely due to the cost of the food. If the price was a bit lower, it may help attract more regular customers to keep amazing places like here going. One thing I will say is, in this video, it was a Saturday. That place was rammed from the outside. I don't know if you can see that in the video. I didn't want to film random strangers eating food, might be a bit inappropriate. And finally, we got Angela D, who said it was fantastic. Went here this morning for 11s. How old are you, Angela? Right, one Americano plus a toasted tea cake with butter and jam. You know what? This is the first one not trying the burger that I've come across. And one slice of toast and marmalade with a pot of tea for one. Oh, Jesus Christ. The restaurant was spotlessly clean, and also the cutlery and crockery too. This is an American, it's gotta be. Crockery too. The staff were polite and informative. The food was hot, fresh and delicious. The pot of tea provided 2 cups, and my husband, the coffee drinker, was asked if he would like hot or cold milk. The last time we'd been in a Wimpy bar was probably 40 years ago. Like I said, most of the people who love Wimpy are in their 60s. It's disturbing. We didn't know they still existed, and if the Shrewsbury is anything to go by, we are very glad they do. Brilliant. Right, I think I've proved my point. It's people with autism or in their 60s. Sorry, Brock, I didn't mean to hate you with autism, but yeah.
Right, lads, currently outside of his favourite place. They won't let me in because I have the ability to sweat, so there's something, but I'll find him eventually. Somewhere up there is the train station. Let's hope this shortcut's legit.
Anyway, here's some footage randomly from the first trip. It's the hotel I stayed in. It was a bit weird. Pretty sure it was one of them swinger places, and I can't think of how to arrange it, so I'll chuck it in just before the end. There you go.
Alright, so we've got a nice view through curtains I couldn't be asked to fully open. Large made of free confectionery crap, cum tissues, and a stripper pole. 4 stripper poles. It's got to be an interesting hotel. And in this room we have something I can never use.